All right, hello YouTube. I am back, or I'm back with another video. I just got home from seeing The Monkey, so I thought I would give you my thoughts on it. Um, this is a new movie from Osgood Perkins, who a director who actually caught my attention last year when I went to see Longlegs, um, and I enjoyed that movie quite a bit. So when I heard, that this movie was coming out, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a shot. I enjoyed the hell out of Longlegs, so I figured, I'd give this a shot. Um, Little did I know how much I would not enjoy it at all. Uh, yeah, all right. Let me try to explain this as best I can. Because honestly, part of me, I literally just got home from seeing it, so part of me is still, um, processing, like what part of me is still processing just, what the fuck I just watched. But um, so Um, you have two brothers who don't get along, who don't like each other, um, and they inherited this toy monkey from their dad. Their dad was apparently that guy who went out for a pack of cigarettes one day and never came back. Um, and so so one day, they're going through his things and they find this toy wind up monkey. Um, and he winds they wind up the monkey, and all these very, very bizarre, um just all these very, very bizarre things start happening. People start getting killed, um and people start getting killed, and the monkey is apparently, I don't know, like this like devil. I don't know. It's not really explained. It is based on apparently a short story by Stephen King. Um, and if you're familiar with Stephen King and his work, you know that a lot of things, like the overall, mystery as to why, uh, as to why these, horror, as to why, like these horrible and bizarre things are happening. If you're familiar with Stephen King's work, you know that none of that is obviously explained, because it would take away, it would take away from, from the story. It would take, uh, it would take away from, the value of, of the scare, of the horror, basically. It would take away, like that, um, horror element, basically. Um, so yeah, and then, yeah, and I mean, honestly, the movie was boring. It was boring. Um, it was just, it was boring. I mean, it was well shot. The choreography was great. Um, so the movie looked good. I mean, it was very well shot. It looked great. Um, The kills were very, very creative, which is obviously something that you need, in a horror movie. So the kills, were very, very creative, but the characters were fucking obnoxious. Like the way that um like the way the brother who Hal, and then uh for whatever reason I can't remember the other brother's name, but the way that the brother treats Hal, it's like they've never gotten along, like um even when they were kids. And the kid, Hal was very, even as a kid, like he wasn't very he wasn't liked at all, even in school. He didn't have any friends. He was constantly getting bullied by, by pretty much, everyone in school. um and and his brother, like I said, his brother was a dick. And but yeah, no, like everything about everything. And like I get, like I guess the movie was trying to delay, or was trying to bestow like some sort of message, I upon the audience. And I'm sitting there watching this going like, like what is it trying, like what is this movie trying to say? Like what is the message? Like what, like why should I care about what's going on right now? Um and it would and it's just and I'm sitting there watching this, and it just the whole thing, it just felt very, very, very random. Like even the kills, the characters, like I said, are so fucking obnoxious that it's not even uh that you don't there's no emotional weight to it, when someone gets killed off. Literally everybody there, there is not a single reason at all for you to give, a single shit at all about any of these characters in this movie. um and yeah, no, it was just it is literally I would definitely put it on the list as definitely one of the most bizarre movies I've ever seen in my life. um and I'm sitting there, and literally, like I was just kind of like waiting and waiting, for something to happen, and never really. And there wasn't like a great deal of like shock value, uh like satisfaction. I didn't like, like when the movie ended, like I was like, like when the movie ended, I was like, why, I was like, why did I want to see this? I mean, why, like what, like I'm sitting there, and literally, like as the credits roll, and literally, like as like the minute, uh, you know, the minute, the credits started rolling, I was like, wow, that movie sucked. I mean, just, and and then they tried to mix, um, they tried to mix, I suppose, like a little bit of humor into it, and that didn't land at all. It wasn't, uh, like it wasn't funny. It wasn't, um, like it wasn't funny. Like at some moments, I think it was trying to be funny, and I was like, this isn't funny. This isn't. Um, but yeah, no, I literally, I in terms of, like what the movie. was about, and like what, and and like what, like what the movie was about, and what, um like what the movie was about, uh and what was, I guess, like the purpose of the story. Honestly, I couldn't tell you, because I literally had no, I just, I literally, I was just sitting there the entire time, just bored out of my mind. Um, and just literally sitting there, just thinking to myself, what the fuck am I watching? I mean, just seriously, I mean, just friggin' bizarre, random crap, that just, uh, I'm, and, 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 and I usually enjoy, uh, Stephen King's movies. I mean, given, given, that I haven't seen too many of them, um, but yeah, no, I just, yeah, no. And then, uh, and just, yeah, I mean, the whole thing with his brother, and then it's like, oh yeah, I have a son, and and he doesn't, it's like, oh, I have a son and I only see him like once a year because of this fucking monkey. And it's like, because this fucking monkey just, fucked up my life and everything else. It's like, it just, it's like, what is this crap? It's like, it's like, seriously, it's like, who comes up with this shit? I mean, and this is based on a Stephen King story. I mean, and and some of the dialogue, even like some of the dialogue was cringeworthy. And it, yeah, no, yeah, no, I can't recommend this. I can't. It's, um yeah, I can't recommend this. I just, yeah, don't waste your time. And I mean, it got, I and and it got, it, it got pretty good reviews, which is, one of the things that, I pay attention to when it comes to movies. Um, whenever I'm looking for, a movie to go see, I, just out of, curiosity more than anything, I'll wonder, like what, like what critics thought of it, what the audience thought of it. I mean, honestly, I'm not the, obviously I'm not the type of person, um, I'm not the type of person who cares about, like what critics think and stuff like that, because there are, trust me, there are plenty of movies, out there that critics hated, that I enjoyed, and vice versa. Pretty, a lot of movies that, critics loved that I didn't enjoy. Um, but yeah, no, I don't get it, with this movie at all. It was boring. It was, um, it was boring. It was obnoxious, and the characters were fucking obnoxious. I and I just, yeah, no, I'm not recommending this. I can't. Um, so all I'm gonna say is, skip it. Don't waste your time. You will be doing yourself a huge favor by doing so. Anyway, yeah. So let me know, what you guys think. Let me know if you saw it, what you thought of it. Like, excuse me, sorry, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.